Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering to yourself, as I was until I made this video, what in the name of Christ is Quanza?
You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa.
Oh, I'll bet you did, Kamala.
The communists! The communists! The communists! The communists!
Every year, our family, and our extended family, we would gather around across multiple generations, and we'd tell stories. The kids would sit on the carpet, and the elders would sit in chairs.
Ah, yes, the village elders would sit on chairs. Multiple generations would gather for a great feast. I love the way people, personalityless psychopaths love to invoke the image of the noble savage. You know, people like Kamala Harris, who grew up in the Bay Area of San Francisco in a very middle-class family. For some reason, want everyone to believe that they grew up in some kind of hunter-gatherer tribe in the wilderness.
And we would light the candles, and of course afterwards have a beautiful meal. And of course there was always the discussion of the 7 principles.
Christ.
And my favorite, I have to tell you, was always the one about self-determination, Kujichagulia.
Oh, snap! That's probably my favorite of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. It's definitely in my top 5. Kaja Gula Lear, self-determination. Anyone who celebrates Kwanzaa is all about self-determination, you know, and taking responsibility for your actions.
The higher you build your barriers.
Don't blame others for the situation you're in. Hell no.
And, you know, essentially it's about be and do.
Now, I do fear that if we allow Kamala to explain what Kwanzaa is, we could be here all night.
Be the person you want to be and do the things you want to do and do the things that need to be done.
With her, you know, incoherent, possibly tipsy tangents.
It's about not letting anyone write our future for us, but instead going out and writing it for ourselves.
So I'm just going to take over for a little moment. We'll come back to Kamala later for her lived experiences. But I do feel that it's time for an expert to speak on Kwanzaa. On this ancient feast, this ancient 60-year-old feast of Kwanzaa. You need an expert in black history like myself. Welcome to the Daniel Boland Show, where it is always Black History Month.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
So, what is Kwanzaa? Let's get into it. Kwanzaa is a completely made-up thing.
Jill and I wish everyone a happy Kwanzaa.
Like Festivus in Seinfeld.
Happy Festivus!
It's like Festivus, supposedly, for black people.
During this celebration, millions will gather with their families to reflect on the struggles and triumphs of the past.
In reality, the only people celebrating Kwanzaa are idiots. Kwanzaa is an annual celebration of African American culture from December 26th to January 1st, culminating in a communal feast called Karamu, usually on the 6th day. It was created by activist...
Oh dear.
Maulana Karenga. Yeah, so Kwanzaa was founded way back when, in the year of our Lord, 1966 AD, by this guy, Maulana Tabatita Karenga.
So, Rainbow Rhythms.
Or, as his parents knew him, Ronald McKinley Everett.
So not Rainbow Rhythms.
He needed to change his name because he didn't have a personality. I don't see anything wrong with the name Ronald McKinley Everett. It's a mountainous name if ever there were one. Didn't Donald Trump recently sign a thing, or he said he's going to change the name of the tallest mountain in the USA back to Mount McKinley, right? Instead of the Great Umbumbu, or whatever it's called now. I think if he really wants to make America great again, he should sign an executive order on day one to turn Mr. Tabatinga Karinga. Force him to call himself Ronald McKinley again. It's the only way. Based on African harvest festival traditions from various parts of West, East, as well as Southeast Africa.
With each candle you light, we hope your home is warmed by the laughter of your family and friends. Your hands are inspired to creativity, and your heart is filled with determination, faith, and love.
We give thanks for the rich heritage of African Americans, which is deep in the story of our nation. 2023 is our hope that we'll all remember the wisdom of this movement,
Alright, so I guess you're all wondering by now, what is it exactly that these crazy communists actually believe? Let's take a look at the 7 principles of Quanza. Alright, so principle number 1 is umoja.
Unagi.
Or unity. To strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. Oh, I see how it is. And there was little old naive me believing that this was Quanza was some kind of happy, hippie free-for-all. But don't mind me. I won't get in the way of your camp, Mr. Hitler. Anyway, on this particular article that I'm reading about the 7 principles of Quanza, they give a thought for the day for each one of the principles. And this one starts with Baby Suggs, who's holy for some reason. And Baby Suggs gives a sermon in the clearing. Yes. Here, she said, in this here place, we flesh that weeps, laughs, flesh that dances on bare feet in grass. Love it hard. Yonder there do not love your flesh. They despise it. They don't love your eyes. They'd just as soon pluck them out. Wow, riveting thought for the day there from Baby Suggs, who is a character, a fictional character from a novel by Toni Morris. So Baby Suggs, to the people who follow Quanza, I guess is kind of like Xenu to the Scientologists, right? A fictional character who they see as sort of like a prophet or something. But I mean, if I had to choose personally, I think the cooler one is Xenu. I'd prefer some kind of like alien overlord, you know? He's probably got like lasers and shit. Whereas Baby Suggs, well, she got like a poison dart, you know, a flute thing, you know, rubbish. Okay, so here is Kamala's favourite, Kuchi Caligula. It's self-determination to divine ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. And the thought for today is by Black Daniel. Nice. We didn't know we wouldn't return. We simply believed some terrible calamity had befallen us, that our gods had let tragedy come because we had not honored them. Well, maybe that is what happened. I don't know. You know, I'd like to find out from the Lord herself, Baby Suggs. I would like to go out into the clearing and ask her straight. Did you let your people get sold into slavery because they didn't honor you? Baby Suggs? Baby Suggs? Okay, have it your way, baby. Ujima.
Ah! Salmon skin roll.
Collective work and responsibility. And this third day has a song for reflection. Sounds of Blackness. Sounds of Blackness. I don't know. What's that like? Whale songs or white noise, for want of a better term, that, I don't know, that helps black people get off to sleep. Okay, and then we got another thought for the day. Over the decades, perhaps the wrong questions have been asked about the Great Migration. Perhaps it's not slavery was something, I guess. Yeah. Ujamaa, cooperative economics, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. Oh, that's a nice idea, cooperative economics, and you just have to look around you to see how well that's worked everywhere it's been implemented. But I get it, it comes from a good place. I mean, in the wrong hands, it could sound a little bit crystal knockty. But I'm sure they won't do a crystal knocked. And if they do, I'm sure it'll be fiery, but mostly peaceful. And the thought of the day here seems to be some kind of psalm by Karl Marx or someone. This was my first introduction to class differences among my own people. Blah, blah, class struggle, whatever. Near purpose, to make our collective... They're collectivizing again. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Restore traditional greatness, almost like they want to make African America great again. All right, yeah, you smug twat. Get it? Very funny. And the song for today is a hymn by Stevie Wonder, Higher Ground. And the thought for today, a link that I didn't click on before. Never mind. It's a poem about my rights, so you get the gist. The recipe, which I haven't been reading, the recipe for the 6th day is sautéed pecans. So, there you go. Anyway, the final principle is imani, faith, to believe with all our hearts in our people. Okay. And the righteousness and victory of our struggle. Oh, come on. That is very Hitlerian.
Kwanzaa is such a made-up holiday. First of all, way to bite the Jewish menorah. Secondly, it was made up by a guy named Maulana Nebzebda Karenga, original name Ronald McKinley Everett, who served prison time for beating women, including burning them with an iron.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've had a lovely time learning about Quanza. And I don't know where my studies and investigations are going to take me next.
Look how easy it is to be racist. Let's continue.
I know I've been off for a week, but I'm back in the swing of things now. It's a new year, and we're going to be making lots of new videos. So if you've enjoyed today's video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I don't know, if you have any thoughts on what we've spoken about today, please let me know in the comments. I read them all. And if you want to help out even further with the channel, you can get access to some exclusive videos too on my Patreon. The link's in the description under the video and in the pinned comment. I'll leave you with the outro video. See you in the next one. Bye.
Assalamu alaikum. To our non-Muslim visitors, welcome. And our topic for today is jihad. Sorry, that's just a joke. No, that was just a joke, guys. Probably a bad joke. And we have a guest speaker today.